What's happening, everybody? Jay Shockblast here, and what is going on with this world? So, Flibby28 on Twitter hit me up and wanted my thoughts and my opinions on this idiotic change.org shut down Rotten Tomatoes petition over the Suicide Squad scores. And it's not just Suicide Squad. They're also bringing up Batman vs Superman: Dawn of Justice. And his point was that he loves my rant videos, and I can't agree with him more. I love my rant videos too, especially when I'm tired and frustrated, and that's what I am right now. So I woke up at 5 in the morning, and I had been thinking about this since last night when he hit me up, and I couldn't go any further. I'm going to see Suicide Squad tonight, and I'm going with like 20 people. I've got a bunch of people flying in from all over the country. This is a big weekend where a bunch of my friends get together, and we play video games all weekend. We cook out. We do all sorts of fun stuff. Go to a lake house. And tonight we are going to a Japanese hibachi, like 20 of us. I have a reservation set up. And then we're going to see Suicide Squad. And we don't give a crap about reviews. And you shouldn't either. All right, let me take that back. I think fans at this point are smart enough to know who to get their reviews from. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. When I saw the Rotten Tomato reviews, I was taken aback because it's not what I was expecting. Right now, as of 5 o'clock in the morning on August 4th, the tomato meter is sitting at 31%. The average rating is 4.9 out of 10 with 127 reviews. 39 of them are fresh. 88 of them are rotten. I am not reading those reviews because I've been trying my best to avoid spoilers, and they've had a lot of trailers. Okay, now the little clips of reviews that I've seen have been from people that are stupid. Okay, they've been from people that review movies for a living but are not inherently comic book fans. I've even read some that were just borderline idiotic, that were basically, the one that I saw was retweeted by Phil Labonte from the band All That Remains. I've known Phil for a very long time, so I do follow him on Twitter, and he retweeted this idiot lady who basically just said this movie was misogynistic, and, Margot Robbie's character, Harley Quinn, was just, totally used and itemized and all this garbage. And it's like, yeah, of course she is. That's what Harley Quinn is. It's clearly from people that miss the point. But the scary thing is that this petition has like 17,000 people that have signed it, and I don't think people understand the point of freedom of speech. Now, I understand not every country, quote unquote, has that, but where most of these reviews are being written, and especially on the internet, which we highly want to protect for freedom of speech, people have a right to their opinions. Okay, and if they give an opinion that you don't like, you don't shut it down. That's like this new thing that started recently, mostly happening on college campuses, where people like Milo Yiannopoulos will come on campus, and these complete nut jobs, they don't like what he has to say, so they try to shut it down. And then it happens with all these Bernie Sanders supporters that don't support Donald Trump, and they try to shut him down. I'm totally throwing a blanket on groups of people here like, not everybody feels that way that supports these certain people, but like, I'm definitely throwing a blanket on it just to give an idea of where this is originating. And I weep for that generation. I am not of the current youth of today generation. I'm going to be 36 years old in 2.5 months. I am just not of that, and I don't understand this mentality of, I don't like what you have to say, so you shouldn't have a right to say it. If somebody doesn't like the movie for idiotic reasons, we as people should be smart enough to be able to see through that and say, all right, I don't trust this person. Now, I review the movies that I go to see, and I don't know if you should trust what I have to say, because I'm just one person with an opinion. I do my reviews because I enjoy it, and I do it to spark discussion. I don't necessarily do it to say, hey, I'm this great smart critic that knows everything. Batman vs. Superman deserved bad reviews. It was not a good movie. It was a very, very frustrating movie, and it should have alienated fans. Like, I mean, I just don't understand how anybody could see it any other way. It was a poor story. It was a bad story. It deserved bad reviews. Now, I'm shocked that this movie is getting such bad reviews, and I don't know if it's because people just don't get it. It's a very different concept for a comic book movie. We're focusing on the bad guys. We're seeing Will Smith, and we're saying, oh, he's a bad guy, Jared Leto as the Joker. We've got Margot Robbie as, Harley Quinn. Harley Quinn's a very different character to focus on. And yes, she is going to be objectified and all of those things, because that is what the character does. And, people need to understand that, like, it's not a bad thing for those things to happen. All right. I know there's like this feminist movement that doesn't want to see any of that by any means necessary. And look, I get it. Women being objectified and all that stuff. It's 2016. We don't want to see stuff like that as much anymore. But if it's part of a story, you kind of have to grow up. All right. Like, at some point you have to grow up and realize it's a movie. It's a story, okay? Like, it's done not because they're trying to make a statement that women should be objects. They're doing it because that's the point of the character, okay? It's not the point like, oh, women are objects, It's not like this political statement or like the societal statement. This is who the character is. It makes for a compelling movie. They're not trying to put women in some sort of a box. It's just, that's who Harley Quinn is. And if they didn't do that, we, the people who are the intended audience, would be pissed. I'd be coming in here doing my review, and I'd be pissed because you can't screw up Harley Quinn. Okay? You can't screw up the Joker. Yes, there's violence. Shocker. The movie literally says Suicide Squad, worst heroes ever. Because they're not heroes. Because they're bad guys. And that part of the clip has been shown in absolutely every trailer. So, yes, there are some people that probably had no business reviewing this movie. But they're movie critics. It's what they do. So, of course, a new movie comes out. They're going to be sent to see that movie. It's not really a shocker. That's the way it works. There are going to be people that write bad reviews for this movie that just don't get it. And you treat those people as such. Because, yeah, we're in an era where, communication is so open. Twitter is like this open window to your living room that anybody can walk by and look in. And, a lot of these movie sites have comment sections. Starting a petition to tell people you're not allowed to have an opinion because I don't like your opinion is the worst thing ever. It is bullshit, okay? It is not a thing that should happen. It's not right. And anybody that actually signed that petition should be ashamed of themselves. And honestly, quite frankly, don't deserve to see the movie. Like, I think that your opinion should be silenced, because people aren't going to like the movie if it's a bad movie. And I'm not saying this is going to be a bad movie. Trust me, I'm disheartened. Like, I look at movie reviews as like a gauge. I don't necessarily read them, but if I go to Rotten Tomato and I see a 31%, does that mean it's going to be that bad of a movie? No, I might end up loving it. I might. But it's a gauge. And I'm sitting here looking at Rotten Tomatoes right now and in the box office right now. And, I see that Jason Bourne has a 56% and Star Trek Beyond has an 84%. Other movies that I know about, Legend of Tarzan has a 35%. Ghostbusters somehow has a 73%. So I'm looking at Ghostbusters at 73%, and I'm saying that's bull, because that should not be anywhere near that high. Okay, so yeah, there's some politics that go into this. Bad Moms, 63%. Secret Life of Pets, 74%. Ice Age Collision Course, 12%. I don't know what's what here. I can tell you that I've seen Star Trek Beyond and I've seen Ghostbusters off of that list. And I would absolutely rate Star Trek Beyond above Ghostbusters. It has an 84% over 73, but I would bump both of those down at least 10%. Ghostbusters was not a good movie, all right? But people are afraid to give it a bad review because then they're just labeled, again, they're just labeled misogynistic. If you give people will not give Ghostbusters a bad review out of fear because of the built-in misogynist excuse. Oh, you just don't like women, and that's the kind of reverse of this petition and the danger of this petition. This is not that's not right. People should be able to write reviews and have opinions. And if their opinions are valid, then they'll be able to stand, the test of time. If their opinions are just bonkers, tinfoil hat wearing idiots, then you treat them as such. But to shut down a website, and again, I'm going back into this, and the petition starter, Abdullah Coldwater, he's pointed out an update as of 10 hours ago. Victory, after reaching most of the movie news sites and other sites, if there is something this petition have to deliver, it definitely delivered. No, it didn't. It made you look like a friggin' idiot. Okay. Final announcement. In fact, I started this petition to gather DC fans to express our anger just for fun. I didn't mean it to be taken that serious. After thinking, I found this petition is pointless, and the only thing that it does is spreading a speech. So, and there's tons and tons of tweets that are featured, that are just people with blue check marks, who I don't know how these people get blue check marks. Some of them, they're whatever. That's just my jealousy kicking in. But honestly, everybody's saying that these people are just idiots. They're just stupid, and they are. Honestly, if you sign this petition and you follow me on this channel, shame. You should feel shame. This is not the way to do things. And the movie might be fantastic. It might be terrible, but people have a right to their opinion. And this is not the way to handle yourself. All right? People throughout life are going to disagree with you, and you need to be able to handle it. So I want to know what you guys think. I'm going to go see Suicide Squad tonight. This petition is stupid. And I don't know, what do you expect from somebody from Egypt? But let me know what you guys think. I'll let you know what I think of Suicide Squad, and we'll see you.